Well, hello, and welcome to the AP Chemistry 2021 Chemistry School Year. I look forward to sharing my expertise, I suppose, in chemistry with you and hopefully helping you to prepare for the AP Chem test that I hope most of you will plan on taking in May. This class is going to be difficult for all of us. Difficult because it's remote learning, difficult because there's a lot of material for us to get through and so on. But sometimes the things that are most difficult in life are the most worthwhile. And I hope this course will be that way for you. It'll be very worthwhile and enriching. To begin with, my approach, my philosophy on this course is sort of like I'm the coach and you're my players, and we're getting ready for the big game. And the game would be the AP test at the end of the year. Now, if you're not planning to take the AP test, that's okay. That's certainly fine. But my goal is to give you enough information that all of you can earn a 3 or higher. A 3 gets you a passing score. Last year, my average of the students that took it were a 3.77. That's almost like a whole point better than the national average. So I was very proud of the students. I only had one person earn a 5, but I had a whole bunch of people get a 4. Now, to get a 3, if you do well in the class, you should be able to get a 3. To get a 4, you have to work and put extra time in on your part, especially on the test preparation. And to earn a 5, you've got to work very, very hard. I've had lots of students earn 5s in the past, but it is a difficult score to achieve. All right, how will the class be graded? Well, it's not standards based. We don't do test retakes, or test corrections and all those things. We'll take the test and it'll be points, and that'll be the majority of your grades will come from those tests. You'll get a small amount of points for doing the homework. I don't want the homework, though, to artificially raise grades, as I will share with you the answer keys to those homework assignments so that you're studying the correct material after you've done those. And I'll address how the points will be given in this class and earned and so on at another time. Another thing is that we will not be having synchronous lessons every day, where every day you will not have to come in at the same time and listen to me talk. Instead, we'll have maybe 3 days a week for about 20 minutes, some review of the material. So I'm going to run this course sort of as what's called a flipped classroom. And what that means is I will have all the lessons that you need to watch pre-recorded. So you would watch those ahead of time, the day before, let's say, and then when we come to the day where we meet, it will simply be for you to ask questions and get some clarification on things, and for me to highlight some of the more important ideas. Those days that are synchronous, when you have to be online, attendance will be taken and shared with the office. So it is important that you attend those days. After 5 minutes of those days, I will take the attendance, and I'll use a snipping tool or something just to record who's present. And then if you don't have any questions, you don't have to stay online with me. You can work on watching the next day's lesson, work on homework, look outside resources, whatever you need to do. This course is all about you figuring out the material. There's a whole lot that needs to be done, and it's just a matter of how you get that all done. The course will start off rather straightforward with a lot of review. That'll be about the first quarter. Then the second half of the quarter, this first semester, it'll start to get a little harder. And unfortunately, that's probably only about 10% of what's on the AP test. Second semester will be a tremendous amount of new material, and it will come at you pretty fast. And so it'll be very important for you to keep up. The mistakes that I've seen students make in the past is they kind of take this class for granted because it's not as brutal the first semester, and they spend all their time on AP English and other classes. And then when I need them to start to put time in, they haven't figured it out how to do that. So early on, you need to be spending the time looking at the examples in the textbook. I can't emphasize that enough, that I can't tell you everything you need to know. You do need to read your textbook. You do need to look at the example problems. There is an AP website from the AP board that we will utilize. It has practice homework questions and practice test questions on as well. I probably will assign those, but not for points. I don't want it to be a game of see if you can find the answers from somebody else and get points. But I think the AP site has done a fantastic job of putting questions down to help you prepare. All right, let's see what else I can tell you about. If we go to here, and I'm simply at the AP website that you are already at, let me kind of minimize this here. I can hide here, get rid of this. So when we're meeting, we'll probably try to stick with this meet link as long as we can and just continually go to that meet link each time until I have to generate a new one. It mentions here that you'll need to sign the digital safety contract. That's a Unit 5 thing. I'm not even sure that we're going to do any labs this year, but nevertheless, I need you to go ahead and just read that safety contract and sign that for me if you would. On here, down here on August 18th, I put something where you need to register for the AP board site. If you plan to take the test, you have to be registered on the site. I'm just going to ask that everyone register on the site if you plan to take the test or not. I'd rather have you register so you have access to all the resources that are there. So you're going to simply use this URL, click on it, and then use the join code that I've given you here, this N6VAY2. And you won't really be able to access any of the questions until I assign them. And I will do that after I feel that you are ready for them. I'm not going to give you stuff that's going to just blow your mind and intimidate you and scare you. My goal is not to frighten you from this class and get you to drop. I think you all are capable of doing well in here if you put your mind to it. You took this class because you really wanted to challenge yourselves, and I think that's what you're going to get. Now, let's talk about where you're going to find the videos of each lesson. Now, fortunate for me and you, Mr. Bergman taught this course several years ago, and he's the one that created the outlines that you've been given, and he also created videos that go through those outlines. So basically, you're having somebody highlight the entire book and explain it to you. So I think he did a fantastic job and don't really see the need to recreate something that's done very well to begin with. So I'm simply, with his permission, going to use those videos and have you watch those videos to learn the material. Then when we meet, I'll sort of give my own little perspective, little extras, what I think are important, maybe things that need to be highlighted a little bit further. So if you go to my website, if you've never been there before, it's www.teachandlearnchem.com. Now, from this site, I use it for Honors Chem and AP Chem, and because Mr. Bergman and I work together and have been working on this website for many, many years. It also has on here now AP Physics and Physics as well. So perhaps some of you are taking Physics. So if you go to the Physics page, you're going to see all of the video lessons right here. You'll see the outlines that accompany each unit, the PowerPoint that accompanies each unit, and the homework sets, because some of you might be taking Physics as a junior as well as AP Chem. If you are taking AP Physics and AP Chem, good luck. But if you link here, it says AP Physics, you'll see the same thing. So he has created here the homework sets and right here. He's currently working on creating the videos for AP Physics. So that's not there yet. Now, we're going to go to the AP Chemistry link. And when we go here, what you'll find here are the PowerPoint. Those would be the ones that Mr. Bergman is going through, or that I would go through when we go through the material in class. There are the guided notes. These are the ones that you were given. If you happen to lose them or can't find one, you can certainly print them off from here for the entire year. And then there are the video lessons. So the video lessons, let's just look here. I'm going to click on chapter 1, and it's going to take you to his YouTube channel. Now, all of the videos are listed on the side, so you can jump through and move ahead for each one. I'm going to go off that so that I don't have to compete talking over him. The other way to get to those is I just made a little link up here to his YouTube channel, and that's maybe what you want to do. And then you would go to the playlist over here. And so this is probably, I don't know, take some time and maybe bookmark that address. Because once you get into this, when you click here, this means there are 10 different videos for Unit 1, Introduction to AP. When you get to chemical particles, there's 12 videos. Now, I'll give you a general idea of how long each unit will take. Again, all of this is a little bit different online. I know how long it took in class to do it. It might be a little bit different online. If we get through the material a little bit faster because we're not having to do all the labs and stuff, that's not a problem. That means we'll have a lot more time at the end of the year to review. I'll always try to give you at least one day, maybe 2 days before we take a test, where I will post the answer key for all the homework sets. Now, don't wait until I post that and then think if you just memorize the answers, you're going to be ready for the test. You will not be. You really need to struggle trying to figure out some of the questions and answer the homework. You must remember, this is a college level chemistry course that you're just taking at high school, and it's a little bit different the way homework is in college. So the key is you need to kind of struggle, try to figure things out. Use your textbook, talk to your friends, call them up on the phone. Look at YouTube videos that you can find. The more that you struggle to find those answers, when you finally find them, it will be really concrete in your mind, and those answers will stick. If all you do is read an answer key and assume you memorized an answer, that information won't stick very well and won't last. And the important thing is that this course, you're going to need to know a tremendous amount of material, and it has to stay in there. The units don't necessarily go in order on his site, but I will tell you which unit we're in at each moment. If you think of it and you feel good and you enjoy the videos that Mr. Bergman has done, go ahead and shoot him an email. I'm sure he would appreciate hearing from students that his hard work is still paying forward, and I'm sure it would make him feel good. What else can I tell you? Communication is going to be key here. If you are struggling, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you need to let me know. Sometimes people will say, well, I'm just getting bogged down in all my classes. If you're a junior, the junior year can be a very, very difficult year. Is now you're starting to take multiple AP classes, and the workload's getting quite a bit. The only good thing about COVID, I suppose, is there are fewer things happening at the school, fewer things late at night, clubs and so on, so that maybe you do have a little bit more time to be working on your core courses. Don't also assume that, the 50-minute class period, you spent all 50 minutes on chemistry and you didn't get everything done. Well, that's pretty darn normal. It should take you more than 50 minutes probably to prepare for an AP class each day. So that's part of the game when you are taking these more challenging classes. If you have questions, I'd ask that you just send me an email. We can certainly set up Google Meets and meet and talk face-to-face, so to speak, through our cameras, if that is helpful. So for now, I will let you go, and I expect that I will see you all Monday morning at class time, and we'll sort of review some of these big ideas. All right, thank you, and have a good last weekend before school starts. Take care. Bye-bye.